Once the weather breaks, there are so many fun things to do in Western New York, and we all know summer is in full swing when it's time to celebrate the Juneteenth Festival of Buffalo. Here to share details about this special day is Festival President Marcus Brown and Board Member Joann Peters. Good morning and welcome to the two of you.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning. So let's talk about the history of Juneteenth and what it means to the Western New York community.
Well, as Buffalo began their Juneteenth, it was a celebration of the Emancipation Proclamation, the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. 1976, I believe, the nation was getting ready to celebrate their bicentennial. But we thought, as blacks here in America, that there should be a particular event that we could celebrate appropriately. And there was a search by an organization called BILL, and they founded a celebration called Juneteenth that was celebrated. I think the last state that was told that they were free was in Texas, in the continental United States. It didn't mean that the whole, country states were free, but it was a beginning. It was a beginning, and then we decided to start a Juneteenth festival here. It began in a street called Jefferson Avenue first, and I think we took about, it might have been 8 blocks or something like that. Well, now it's at Martin Luther King Park, beautiful Martin Luther King Park. We thought it'd be best to have it in the park so we could have more activities and stuff. This is our 43rd consecutive. It's more important for us to remember that this is the 43rd consecutive. We usually don't use an anniversary type of situation.
Yeah.
We say consecutive, and we hope there'll be a lot more.
Well, the festival kicked off here in Buffalo in 1976, and yes, it has evolved throughout the years. When is it going to take place this year?
June the 16th and 17th.
Okay, mark your calendars. And what's going to be happening that day?
Well, there's a pre-Juneteenth celebration and an after Juneteenth celebration, if you look at the celebration as being on the 16th and 17th. And I'll let Sister Taliba tell more about that.
Okay. On Saturday, June 9th, I think it was, we had our beginning of our Sankofa program. And Sankofa is a Ghanaian term which means go back and fetch it. One of the reasons that we have Juneteenth was when we were captured and enslaved, a lot of our history, our traditions, our customs were taken away from us. And we have lost those kinds of things. We don't know about ourselves as African people. So we have what's called a Sankofa celebration, and that's Go Back and Fetch It, where we learn more about our history, our traditions. So this is the week leading up to the festival, the actual 2 days in the park. And then after we have our activities in the park, we have what's called the Ma'afa Memorial. And Ma'afa means terrible disaster. And that's an event that we have in Broderick Park, and that'll be on Thursday, June 21st from 6 to 8. And what we do is have a program, a ceremony to remember those of us who have been captured, enslaved, and traumatized in this country over the years. So it's a thing where we learn more about our history because we're aware that history is distorted in the school system. And what we have to do is tell our own story.
Well, thank you so much to the two of you for joining us here on AM Buffalo Weekend. It is going to be the 43rd consecutive Juneteenth Festival right here in the Queen City, happening June 16th and 17th at Martin Luther King Jr. Park. But remember, festivities are taking place throughout the month of June, so make sure to visit their website and take part.